There are only two things that matter in business and life: relationships, and I've forgotten the other one. Think about it. How many relationships are you in at work? I don't mean the romantic kind, I mean the professional kind. My guess is you very quickly get to 20, 40, 60 names, people who rely on you and on whom you rely for your success. We've all heard the term the work wife. In fact, that goes back to the 1930s. But think more of the work spouse. Who's that trusted go-to person that you turn to in times of need? I describe those relationships as ally relationships in my best-selling book, Cultivate the Power of Winning Relationships. And in my mind, work is the biggest team sport that any of us get to participate in. Whether you're a solopreneur with your own company, as I was a few years ago, or an entrepreneur with employees, as I am now, or whether you're the CEO and working as part of a big multinational organization, relationships really do matter. And I'm talking about two types of relationships: the ally, the person I couldn't get my job done without you, but also at the other end of the scale, the adversary, the person who I get my job done in spite of relationship. And what I found through my career, whether it's personal experience or in coaching and developing leaders around the world, is that having a language and framework to diagnose the health of those relationships is critical. It's why I wrote Cultivate the Power of Winning Relationships. I wanted to help people like you to get beyond the gnashing of teeth and how dare they, the righteous indignation when the rules of engagement are broken, and provide something that moved us to positive action, one that resulted in collaboration and teamwork that helped ensure not just business success, but team and individual success. So what does it take to cultivate winning relationships at work? Well, the first and most pragmatic step is to understand who are you dependent on for your success. Now, when I ask leaders to create this list, most of us immediately go to our boss, those who we report to, and if we are a manager, to our teams, the people who report to us. These are the usual suspects, the vertical relationships that I would hope you are giving care and attention to. But invariably, when I'm listening to tales of woe, whether it's projects that miss their milestone or careers that have plateaued or at worst flamed out, when we actually explore what happened, it's invariably because of neglect to the horizontal relationships, the relationships with our peers and colleagues across the company that have let us down. So when you think about the goals that are being asked of you in the next 3 to 6 months, I challenge you now, take a moment and just write down the 3 to 5 people on whom you are dependent for your success. We'll come back to that list in just a moment. So if step 1 is understanding who are you dependent on for your success, step 2 means actually nurturing those relationships and making sure that expectations are aligned. It's about scheduling coffee, having lunch. Think about it. How many times have you walked through your office building? Somebody has walked the other way. They've said hello, and your colleague has asked you, "Who was that?" And you've gone, "I've no idea. I've been saying hello to that guy or that lady for months." Well, the next time that happens, I dare you, in fact, I double dare you, to stop and actually introduce yourself. Admit, hey, I know we've been saying hello for months, but I'm not sure. What is it that you do for the company? And how do our roles intersect? Taking those moments to make connections strengthens your relationship, but also strengthens the network that knows of you and your ability to influence and affect change. My third step is to think about culpable negligence. And what do I mean by that? Well, we've all had days where we go home at the end of the day, and whether it's to the dog, the significant other, or the TV, we've gone, "Ugh! You won't believe what happened at work today. You won't believe what so-and-so said or did." Well, when it comes to cultivating winning relationships, you're not a victim. If things are not going as you need or you expect, then you have to take the first step. You can't wait for the other person to just get it. I know, because I've tried the psychic approach and it didn't work for me. Nor does it help to drop subtle or veiled hints about how they need to do different. The only way to effect change is to have courage and to actually sit down with that person and have a conversation that outlines the rules of engagement, that makes the implicit explicit. So when it comes to work, when you think about your career aspirations, when you think about the results that you need to achieve in the next few months, whether you're a new entrant that's just left university and started your first job, or whether you're the CEO established in your career, cultivating winning relationships is not a nice to have. This is a need to have, and a game changer for you and everybody who works with you. So remember, business is personal and relationships do matter.